Yo, what's going on, Team Tweety? I hope you're all super well. I know this isn't a regular vlog. This is something that I'm so passionate about. Gary Vaynerchuk is someone who has been a massive influence on my life. So not only do I want to put out this interview so that I can look back on it in the future, but you guys can definitely learn from this as well. Obviously, he's much more in the business world, but if you take what he says and then implement it to football and life, you can definitely learn some stuff. So make sure you listen to the whole thing. This guy is insane. So yesterday was Sunday. I didn't film at all. It's one of those days where I take a break from vlogging. As you guys know, doing this every day, editing them myself, it can be a bit much. So yesterday I literally did nothing. I'm chilling out with my calf. I had the game today with Crawley. I got a haircut as well. You will see all of that in tomorrow's vlog. Make sure you tune into that because I also spoke to the agent. Little sneak peek. Nothing special happened yesterday. Vlogs will return to normal tomorrow. Again, this interview is amazing. Please listen to the whole thing. Even if you just put it in the background and don't watch the actual video of it, listen to the audio. If you apply what he says, it can help so many of you, so please do.
Sweater is put me in the right mindset, and then all the love the guys just gave me. By the way, I know it's radio, so everybody listening, all the guys are very attractive as well. So some of you guys should know out there listening.
But Vayner Sports, Vayner
Yes.
Media,
Yes.
The book,
Yes.
Swiss Shoes, podcast.
Yes.
You do a lot.
Yeah, man. Look, here's what I think. I think we get one at bat. The number one thing that scares me in life is regret. I really, really, really don't want to be on my deathbed, whether that's tomorrow or when I'm 97, and think, oh, I should have done that. I should that spooks me, right? Like hard work, people judging me, leaving, trolling me on social media, like all the stuff that normal people worry about. I don't worry about. I worry about regret. And so I'm trying to squeeze everything out of my life. And so, yeah, I do a lot.
Which is interesting because with this interview, there's so many interviews you got on YouTube, and
Yes.
half of it we have to give the practical advice for the new people that haven't heard of you before.
Sure.
And then half of the interview we can go really geeky. So
Yes.
I guess you starting off with #OneLife.
Yes.
So let's start off super practical. For the person tuned in that is a part of the rat race.
Yes.
I know you help a lot of people start, especially younger people, but how does a person with 4 kids who's listening right now, doesn't like his job, but just can't quit and sell stuff and find stuff in the junkyard?
So if you're listening and you're over 42, let's just use my age, there's something interesting. You said something that I help a lot of people that are younger. It only has to do with one thing. They actually believe in the technology we live in, right? This room is filled with guys right now who've taken advantage of YouTube or Instagram or just the Facebooks of the world. And the only thing I need to do to break through somebody who's 47 in the suburbs of London who has a mortgage, debt, and 3 children is for them to understand that unlike when he or she and I grew up and there was no internet, the thought of like having a happy life was separate than taking care of what you were supposed to take care of. The fact that everybody can come home tonight at 6, 7, 8, 9 p.m. and then take out their phone or their iPad or whatever and get to work for 3 more hours and go to sleep at midnight, get their good 6 or 7 hours of sleep. I'm not talking about don't sleep. A lot of people get me confused.
Yeah.
My big thing is if you're not happy, if you're happy and you make 37,000 pounds a year, mazel tov, do you. But if you are not happy, if you hate your job, right? You can do something about it instead of blaming Brexit or blaming Trump or blaming your mom. Like, do something about it. And my point is, it's the internet.
But the thing is, I feel with London and the UK, that America's really good on. It's hard for a lot of people that do work in corporations to get out their mobile phone and start vlogging at work because the boss and everyone else in the room is just like.
That's bad too. But guess what? Starting 433, the soccer platform, is not hard. Meaning it takes talent to get that big. But listen, don't get America twisted. Everybody always says this to me when I'm outside the US. Yeah, but in America, you guys, 99% of Americans are introverts and don't do anything either. It's just a mindset. I would actually argue that, now look, Europe, I think, has lost a lot of its entrepreneurial spirit. But I would tell you, South America, Asia, there's a lot of places where people are more gangster than the US. Don't get the US Hollywood extrovert, me culture twisted. This is a divide between people that understand what the internet is up to and people that don't. There's somebody driving right now listening to this doesn't realize that their deep knowledge of the Manchester United football team can create 100,000 euros a year job if they knew what to do and putting out content and opinions on Instagram, podcast, and YouTube. They don't know. See, you 9 are educated, and then you tried, and the opportunity is so big, regardless of how talented you are or not, I'm being serious right now, you're gonna get some return on investment because it's a land grab. I'm really killing it because I'm talented and I knew about the land grab.
Yeah.
But the fact that somebody who's driving right now and hates being a clerk at a retail store or an accountant in a firm, but knows an unbelievable amount about beers or sports or babysitting or roses or farming or TV shows and could put out their opinions and thoughts and expertise on social and over 40 years switch from being an accountant to being a tastemaker on what show should be on Netflix next is a remarkable magical moment in time that sounds like snake oil until you lift the hood and see what's up.
I want to ask you as well, you mentioned it, I know you had, that's the reason why you're in London, which is true, right?
Well, I didn't drop 433's handle for
For no reason,
Look,
yeah.
I think you might be right. Listen, I think for you, and it seems like it seems like this whole crew you've got here, somewhere around 18 months ago, even though I've been passionate about it for a long time, I'm like, it's time to penetrate hip hop for real. And then over the last 18 months, a lot of people listening to this, and I can see some of the heads nodding, I've systematically started to penetrate hip hop. I will do the same thing for proper football.
Proper football, okay.
I just made a lot of good acknowledgement. So look, I think I care about a couple things. I care about attention, and that's what I've been talking about. Where is the attention? It's Instagram, it's Facebook, it's Twitter, it's YouTube, podcasting. I care about culture, and soccer / proper football is culture. It is, basketball and proper football are going to be the 2 biggest sports for the rest of my life in the world, and I will be a part of them some shape or form. And the third thing I care about is empathy. I'm so consumer centric. The reason everybody here gave me that incredible, greeting, and even before we went on the air, the authentic one-on-one one, is because I don't want them to watch my stuff because I want them to then sign up for my $20,000 a year mastermind or my $800 ebook. I want them to be happy and tell other people that I brought them value for free. We have 8 people here affected. I made $0.00
Out of them even coming today.
So to me, that is leaving legacy. And to me, legacy matters, and it starts with empathy. Empathy is actually caring about the other person more than you care about yourself. It makes you impactful, it gives you legacy, and it also makes you great at sales. I'm great at selling stuff when I want to, because I'm thinking about you, not me. Like when I'm collaborating with K-Swiss and trying to tell them what kind of sneaker we make, I think about the box, the tissue paper, how we launch it, what are we doing? Like what am I doing that's gonna make it hot for a sneakerhead? Not how am I gonna maximize my profit? The tissue paper costs more. The better box costs more. That means I made less money, but you liked it more, which means we can have a relationship for the next 100 years, not for a few minutes. I don't care if it's physical or digital. It just don't overestimate the old important places. I don't want to be on Good Morning America as much as I want to be on Joe Rogan's podcast. Yet, 90% of people that don't know what's going on would laugh at what I just said. They would think Good Morning America was much better. They're wrong, because they don't understand where the attention is. Everybody. Your mother's point of view on you, your wife's point of view on you, your boyfriend's point of view, your homie's point of view. Like, the reason I'm super happy is nobody can tell me nothing. My wife, mom, and daughter could walk into my room right now, tell me I'm a piece of crap, and I would be 100% unfazed. That is some gangster emotional structure. And that's why I can never lose. I know who I am, and I just am unfazed. So if my mom, daughter, and wife could come in and tell me I'm a piece of crap and I'm cool, what do you think that troll on Instagram that says I suck does? Nothing. So you need to figure out the following. It is very likely that either your mom or dad screwed you up. They made you insecure. They didn't love you enough. They told you you weren't good because they weren't good, and misery loves company. Once you face that demon, once you cut out negativity and the people that hold you down, and you surround yourself with positivity, and don't confuse delusion. Don't watch my videos and rah-rah up and you don't put any work in, nothing good's gonna happen. You're just gonna watch my videos. So don't get it confused, but life is basic. You're either on the optimism team or you're on the pessimism team. You're either on the offense or you're on the defense. The reason people are unhappy is because, let's talk about money and unhappiness. Your 3 best friends have a BMW and you don't. You think it's that. You don't realize that I loved when all my friends had BMWs and I had nothing. It's just perspective, man. What are we doing here? Like, what are you valuing? Like, what's everybody's on defense. All the immigration issues in the world. Nobody's taking yours. You think some immigrant's taking your job? You suck. Like, if you think that, right? You think somebody else is taking your spot? This is the world. We live in the rich, like, you know, rich this world in the UK market. You live in the UK and you're complaining? Get the hell out of here. So that's practical. You have a family member or a childhood that put you in a mindset of defense. And listen, I know I'm going to get a lot of hits on Twitter and Instagram about this interview now when I spit this, because I know a lot of people haven't heard of me or have context on me. Let me just say this. The answer to everything is and what now, right? Like, I know people grew up in alcoholic households. I know people had somebody steal all their money. Here's my problem. Nobody cares. Like, what are you waiting for? Like there is no fair fairy flying down from the earth and saying, you were born an African American in America where that's an issue. Here's $1 million. That's not happening. So my thing is, instead of dwelling and wishing how it was, understand, back to the next practical part of your question, that the internet is now here. And guess what? The internet's not a 76-year-old white man. It's the internet. And that means everybody's got a shot. So go take yours. It's happening on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Go figure it out instead of on it and thinking it sucks. And go get your money, happiness, and that's it. Simple as that. I got no time for people complaining because it's just not true anymore. 1986? Yes. 2018? What do you think's going? Why do you think Me Too's happening now? The internet won. It's over. Go get yours.